Hello everyone, my name is Ailun, Zheng, the performer and editor of this music video and also the founder of the Music Gallery. I'm currently pursuing my master's degree in piano performance and literature at the Eastman School of Music. The music I recorded for this project is Debussy's Jardins sous pluie, translated as Gardens in the Rain. Part of the reason I chose this piece is because it's the very first time I tried to make a complete music video based on an existing composition, and I wanted to start with something that's smaller in scale to see how this is working in reality. Another reason is that this piece is quite colorful and rhythmic, so there's enough space for me to try out different visual effects and possibilities. Gardens in the Rain is the third and last piece in Debussy's Estampe, and it describes a garden in the Normandy town of Orbec, France, during a heavy rainstorm. And Debussy's music is always known for his nuanced use of color and harmony, and considering the time period, his music is associated with the so-called impressionistic genre, which is all about depicting the nature, landscape, light and shadow as those French impressionist painters would focus on, with delicate color choices. My approach in visualizing the piece is mainly based on its changes of color, dynamic, articulation, and phrase structure. Because it's considered impressionistic music, I try to imitate an impressionistic vision, which led me to focus on nature aspects like raindrops and flowers, in combination with a mix of realistic and abstract interpretations. I adopted overlapping editing for basically the entire piece, as I wanted to render a not so representational visualization and emphasize the light and shade typical of French Impressionism. Of course, it would be the most ideal to just travel to France and film visual clips there at places like Monet's garden, but this idea is simply unrealistic for now given the conditions like this. However, I was able to go to several parks here in Rochester to film, and the funny thing is that I had to pick horrible rainy weathers to go out, and I had to wait for several days for it to rain. Because I was unable to collect enough rain clips, I used several video materials from Pixels, where I was able to download some nice and free videos for the rain. This piece is sort of written in the style of a toccata, and its rhythmic pattern somehow perfectly suits the imitation of raindrops. If you pay closer attention to how I edit it, you might realize that I use different shapes and speeds of the raindrops to match certain articulations and dynamics of the music. I tried to carefully line up different musical shapes and passages with changes of frames. And of course, my choices of visual colors are largely influenced by Debussy's use of harmonies and musical details, and at the same time, doing my best not to sacrifice the beauty and aesthetics of the video itself. Some of the commentary points out that there are sections imitating the sounds of the wind and thunderstorm, besides different raindrop sounds, and I did place lighting effects at those passages where I hear the clide of thunders. One interesting idea I inserted in my visual interpretation coincidentally aligns with a symbolistic detail embedded in the music. Two French folk melodies for the children appear in this piece. Titles are translated as "We Will Not Return to the Woods" and "Sleep, Child, Sleep." And I saw one commentator's notes online suggesting that it implies and portrays a child who's unable to go out to play because of the heavy rainstorm. When I was editing, I placed a video clip at the beginning where you can see raindrops on a window, and used the same clip again at the very end, both through overlapping editing. There are several ways you can explain that. You may feel like you're looking out from the window and seeing the garden in your imagination for the entire time, and everything is an impression. Or it can be you looking out to the garden from inside at the beginning, and as the window fades, you're actually going into the garden and experiencing the rain. When the window reappears at the very end of the video, it pulls you back to reality. I want to introduce to you a little more about this newly founded organization. V Music Gallery is mainly devoted to making music videos, especially associated with the classical genre. The letter V means vision, visuality, variety, and visibility. It's a digital space where art enthusiasts can enjoy a multisensory experience through the combination of classical music and visual arts from a unique perspective of the performer. And the innovative approach to designing music videos by the performer is meant to reflect his or her own artistic understanding and interpretation of a work both musically and visually in order to communicate with the audience through emotion and empathy at a deeper level and constantly inspire them. V Music Gallery will be making music videos based on specific musical works. Artists associated with V Music Gallery will perform and record their selected pieces, visualize them through artistic choices, and with total control over their projects, from planning, filming, to editing. The goal is to attract audiences into the performer's unique artistic mindset and visualize the musical world. By establishing V Music Gallery, I wish to make classical music more accessible to the audience through the combination of vision and therefore maintaining and perhaps increasing its artistic value. The mission of V Music Gallery is to inspire audiences with a unique perspective conveyed by professional musicians through an innovative self-collaboration, allowing others to not only listen to the music but also visually experience a music world that performers themselves artistically perceive in the music they perform. If you're interested in seeing more of our projects, please visit and follow our Facebook page for more updates and posts, and subscribe to V Music Gallery's official YouTube channel for future productions. And if you are interested in the concept of V Music Gallery and collaborating with us to create and contribute something you want to express musically and visually to the art world, you're more than welcome to email or text me for more information and details on collaboration. My contact info is provided below in the comments section. Thank you so much for joining today's premiere. I hope you've enjoyed watching my very first attempt at making a video associated with classical music, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts and feedback and ideas for future productions and collaborations.